Hey everybody, what's the gear to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Portal. In the previous episode, we almost got burned alive. And that wasn't very nice at all. And I'm going to be talking over GLaDOS because I'm mad at her. But in today's episode, we're going to be trying to escape this test facility after knowing that we've been betrayed this entire time. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, so one thing I'd like to say real quick is I really love this part of the game in particular because you get a bigger sense of tension going through this area because it's no longer... The environment is no longer all perfect and clean and things like that. Everything is really much more behind the scenes and kind of scary, if you will. So I really like this part of the game because you really do get the sense of this is a serious situation and we need to get out of this place right now. So this is a part that always stood out to me whenever I play through Portal. So the next area that we want to go over towards is over here. Unfortunately, there's this weird thing blocking our way. Oh no, whatever are we gonna do? Oh, we have a portal gun. That we can use right here. Yay! No fence shall stand in my way of being awesome.
Hello? Where are you? I know you're there. I can feel you here. Hello?
See, it sounds like GLaDOS is getting more desperate to find us. But we will escape. We will triumph over everything. If I remember where I'm going. We need to go this way. No, we don't. That's locked. Hooray for editing. I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do for a moment. Alright, so what we want to do is have a portal activate over there, and then we can jump over here. And then there's a door open over here. It's pretty convenient. And fun fact, if you look at this area right here, eventually it'll project cake ingredients. Hopefully. Maybe. Or you can just read that on your own time. You can pause the video if you want. I'm not going to read them out. But these computer screens, I know these have cake recipes on them, so that's something that's pretty well worth mentioning. And speaking of the cake, that cake, it really did turn out to be a lie. But what isn't was the cake that inspired it. So basically the story behind where the cake for this game came from, I believe it involved them trying to come up with some kind of symbolic thing for the game, some kind of scientific thing or whatever. I don't actually remember off the top of my head. But basically they couldn't think of anything, and then somebody just randomly said, well, everybody loves cake. So that's where their whole idea of the cake came from. And also, something that I remember hearing from one of my college classes when we were studying this game was that the original developers, when they were showing this game off during their event at DigiPen in Seattle, Washington, or Redmond, Washington, excuse me, they were apparently telling people that they had to get cake for beating the game, and they never handed it out to anybody. I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but if it is, that's actually really hilarious. Well, that would have worked if, you know, I was smart. Let's try that again. Whee! Probably not the way you're supposed to do that, but yay!
You haven't escaped, you know. You're not even going the right way. Hello? Is anyone there? Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
It sounds like she's becoming more and more desperate to get us back to the testing area. But what we want to do now is when we head over here and go this way.
Somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait for you, but they can't get anywhere. There is still some left in the reason.
Alright, I really hope I'm doing this right. Alright, there we go. Alright, that part right there always confuses me, but luckily I remembered what we were supposed to do. And that room back there, I always really did like that one, how we went back to a test area that we had solved it before, but now we had a different solution to take care of it. I always really liked that one in particular. Alright, so you definitely don't want to get squished by this thing, because that would not be very nice at all. And I'm trying to remember where to go to solve the next area. I remember what we're supposed to do. We want to be on top of this thing. Fire a portal down there. And we can jump through the area right here. If I can do this right. Which I apparently can't. Alright, I need to go around. Alright, let's head over here. Can we use a portal on this? No, we can't. Alright. Well, learn something new every day. That right there, a little bit of a fair warning, there's a bit of a creepy glitch that can happen right there. I don't actually know what you need to do to trigger it, but basically, if you spot Chel's face during that, then her face will be a little bit glitchy and it can be a little bit creepy looking. But I don't remember off the top of my head how it's triggered, so I'm not even going to bother trying to show it off for you people. I mean, as it is, we're already playing Limbo on the channel, so that should be spooky enough content for the channel forever. We can jump over here and head this way. And loading screen.
You're not even going the right way. Where do you think you're going? Because I don't think you're going where you think you're going. Hello?
I don't know, GLaDOS seems to be getting more freaked out the more we go this way. So I think we may be on the right track. So let's go over this way. Hooray for editing, I remember what we need to do. Alright, so what we want to do is, I believe you want to have a portal set up over there. I don't think this is entirely required, but it's just something that I want to demonstrate for you people anyway. We're going to have a portal activate up there, then we can go through this area to check out this place. So with that being taken care of, now we can activate a portal right there, and step on this thing. I believe this one doesn't go all the way up. Also, if you interact with that ladder right there, then I believe the ladder will fall apart. They put that ladder there so that the player would instinctively look upwards, because they had a bit trouble with people having a hard time not looking upwards, because apparently playtesters, they have a tendency to not look upwards, which, if you've played Twilight Princess, you should know that looking up is just listening to every puzzle ever.
Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye? You were like, no way. And that was all we pretended we were going to murder you.
Alright, stay on this silver thing so that you can stay on a safe platform until you figure out where you need to go. And then we can head over here, and I believe what we want to do next is fire our portal up there. I have another one down here, and I just bumped my microphone, I apologize for that. And we should be able to go down. That didn't work because I mistimed the jump. Let's try that again. Alright, now we did it correctly. Yay! So, next thing you want to do, you may notice that there's a platform up here that we can climb on. So, what you want to do, fire a portal up there, and use the super amazing powers of the double fling ability.
You really shouldn't be here. This isn't safe for you. It's not too late for you to turn back. I'm not angry. Just go back to the testing area.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Okay, I won't sing. I always keep saying I'm not gonna sing, but then I do. I'm sorry, it's just kind of like a compulsive thing to be a bad singer. That's probably not the best thing to be a compulsive thing about. But anyway, yeah, this room. You want to be careful, because you can get squished, and it's not very pleasant at all. We don't want to be a pancake. Only Pancake Armorman has the right to be a pancake. Alright, we can head over here. And now, we'll be able to do this. I live it for life. Whee! Ouch. And that'd be like the worst headache ever.
You should have turned left before. It's funny, actually, when you think about it. Someday we'll remember this and laugh, and laugh, and laugh. Well, you made it look bad.
That voice clip of GLaDOS going, and someday we will laugh and laugh and laugh. That's one of the voice clips that I always think about more so than others whenever I think about the Portal series in general. I don't know why, but it's just always that quote in particular that always sticks out to me. So that means you're probably going to see it in the end screen. Alright, so this right here is going to be a pretty interesting combat situation because we don't really have a whole lot of combat in the port. That's a lot of ketchup. We don't really see a whole lot of combat in the Portal games, but this is a pretty interesting puzzle, and it's honestly one of the more intimidating things that you'll come across whenever you play this game for the first time. But what you want to do, the Law of Twilight Princess, to solve a puzzle, just look upwards, because eventually you'll be able to see there's a thing up there we can kind of interact with if I can get the camera correct. Alright, so you can press the button you can press the interact button to make that thing go away so that you can aim out your portal up there.
You're not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
So that was the voice clip that kind of triggered way too early, earlier on in the Let's Play. So that was actually kind of amusing when we were destroying the cameras and that voice clip just randomly appeared. I'm not entirely sure if it's supposed to, it probably is, but it's just always so fun to think about. Alright, so the next area we want to go towards, I think we can make this jump. We did. That required so much effort. Who would know that pressing the A button would be such manual labor? And we can get the drop on this guy, quite literally. Who wants a hug? Oh, I broke it. I broke my toy. Alright then. We're gonna need to use the double fling ability again. And this time... Whee! Unnecessary epicness. Woo!
This is your fault. It didn't have to be like this. I'm not kidding now. Turn back, or I will kill you. I'm going to kill you, and all the cake is gone. You don't even care, do you? This is your last chance.
Alright, so now we're going to be facing a new enemy. I don't know what the official name for this guy is off the top of my head, but ouch! I wasn't expecting it to go off so quickly. Alright, heading over here. I don't know what the official name is for this guy off the top of my head. I'm going to have a caption on screen somewhere around here. But basically, the rule for this person is you're going to want to have it facing towards whatever you want blown up. And when it turns yellow, that is your cue to get out of the way. Because when it turns red, it's going to fire a missile, and it's not going to be pretty. People with epilepsy may want to be careful with that room because the strobe lights can be a little bit intense. So, yeah, just be careful if you have epilepsy or anything like that. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a portal right here, and then you want to head back over towards this room. And say hello to this guy again. And you can see where I'm going with this, right? But that's not all. Because we can also do this. Owie. The box smacked me out of the portal. Thank goodness that we didn't bounce right into a missile, because that would have been really bad, but wow, that was hilarious. But anyway, now that we've taken care of that, we can go over here and jump into this crawl space. We have just enough room to activate a portal over there, and then we can head this way. Alright, I was staying quiet for a moment there because I thought for sure that GLaDOS had something to say at that point, but she apparently didn't, so now it's just awkward. But anyway, now we can go over this area as soon as the game finishes loading. Thank you. And I was watching a video that GameXplain did about loading screens, and I completely agree with them. Portal kind of has really lame loading screens. Like, not every loading screen has to be super amazing and interesting and all that good stuff, but it does kind of slow down the pace of the game. And I do understand they need loading screens to be able to load the next part of the game, but still, it does get a little bit much. Alright, so this area right here, you're definitely going to want to be careful about this area, because there's going to be a lot more turrets than usable. So basically, hide behind the pillar, and then fire a portal so you can sneak around these people. And fun fact, according to the Portal developer commentary, which there will be a card on the corner of the screen so you can watch the developer commentary version of this episode, this was originally going to be the idea for the final boss. They would be a hall of turrets for you to avoid, while GLaDOS was chasing you around the test facility. And it was pretty interesting, but the playtesters thought that... But the playtesters, even though they liked the idea, they wanted a more puzzle-focused final boss, which we'll be getting into towards the finale of the Let's Play, obviously, but that's just something that's pretty well worth mentioning, because very rarely do you get to see like some kind of idea from the original final boss remain in the final game. We could drop you down there. And also, for those of you who have been watching Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion Versus over on the collab channel Game, card on the corner of the screen if you want to check that out. But basically, there was this one part where I was saying that there was this one level in Octo Expansion that reminds me of this part of the game. And if you're curious, this is the part of the game that I was referring to. So that's pretty neat. What's also pretty neat is, if we can aim correctly, I really wish this game had most controls, but the Xbox 360 controller kind of doesn't have that. But it's not that big of a problem. Alright, so I'm going to try to be unnecessarily epic with this part. I don't know how successful this will be, but I can try. That didn't work at all. I was trying to not fall down here. I was trying to make it so that I can aim at the very tall part of the area while I was in the air, but I wasn't able to do that because I'm not awesome enough. Alright, start firing a portal up there. Fire another one here. And be careful not to fall off. Alright then. And on that, and go down here. Whee! Unnecessary epicness! Unnecessary epicness! Unnecessary epicness! Yay! I always like doing that. Okie dokie. So, next thing you want to do, make sure you have one of the portals right here. And then head off to the side of the cliff. Ooh, that's a lot of ketchup. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Alright. It's obviously ketchup. What else could it be? This is a family-friendly game, darn it. Alright, I messed up that jump, but luckily, we still have the other portal. So, let's try that again. Hopefully this time without fail. And jump! And head this way. So now that we've taken care of all that, we can head over here. And GLaDOS is waiting for us just up ahead. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Portal, and until next time, we need gear to you.
What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. Uh-oh, somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait for you, but they cut it anyway. There is still some left, though, if you hurry back. It's funny, actually, when you think about it. Someday we'll remember this and laugh, and laugh, and laugh. Oh boy. Well, you may as well come on back. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye.